Hello, welcome to Barcelona Update News, your number one destination for the latest football news, transfer updates, match analysis, breaking stories, and everything happening around the football. If you're new in this channel, please remember to subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any important football updates. The Secret Operation. Barcelona's Plan for Aymeric Laporte. Part 1. A fictional football story inspired by transfer rumours. The summer transfer window had barely opened, yet behind the closed doors of Barcelona's headquarters, an extraordinary plan was already taking shape. Outside, journalists gathered every morning, hoping to catch a glimpse of club officials arriving for meetings. Cameras flashed continuously, reporters speculated endlessly, but nobody truly knew what was happening inside. Barcelona's sporting directors had reached one conclusion after months of analysis. The team possessed creativity in midfield. It possessed explosive speed in attack. It possessed some of Europe's brightest young talents, but to compete for every major trophy, one final piece was still missing: an experienced defensive leader. Late one evening, the sporting directors gathered around a large tactical screen. Every defensive performance from the previous season appeared before them. One official stood up. "We have enough talent," he began, "but talent alone does not win the biggest competitions." The room became silent. Another director switched to clips of Europe's greatest defenders. Leadership, positioning, communication, composure under pressure. Every quality was carefully studied. Then one familiar name appeared on the screen: Aymeric Laporte. Immediately the atmosphere changed. Several directors leaned forward. One quietly nodded. Another smiled. The technical department began presenting detailed reports. Laporte possesses outstanding experience at the highest level. He is calm under pressure. He organizes the defensive line. He is comfortable playing out from the back. He understands positional football. Every report strengthened the same conclusion. Barcelona needed not only a defender, Barcelona needed a commander. After hours of discussion, one sporting director finally spoke. "If we truly want to challenge for every trophy, this is exactly the profile we need." No one disagreed. The following morning, Hansi Flick arrived for his scheduled planning meeting. The German coach greeted every member of the recruitment department before taking his seat. The tactical board displayed Barcelona's strongest starting 11. Flick carefully observed every position. He praised the midfield. He praised the attack. Then he looked toward the defensive line. For several moments he remained silent. Finally he spoke. "Our young defenders have enormous quality. They have tremendous futures. But experience becomes priceless in decisive matches." The room listened carefully. Flick continued. "We need someone who speaks with authority. Someone who remains calm when the stadium is shaking. Someone who has already experienced football's biggest nights." The sporting directors exchanged knowing glances. One of them slowly turned the tactical monitor toward Flick. Only one name appeared: Aymeric Laporte. Flick looked at the screen before smiling. He understands possession football. He reads danger before it happens. He brings leadership. He fits exactly what we're searching for. The coach leaned back. "If the opportunity exists, we should explore it." Those words marked the beginning of an operation known only to a handful of trusted people inside the club. No official announcements, no public statements, no dramatic headlines. Only careful planning, only absolute discretion. Barcelona's recruitment department immediately began preparing confidential reports. Every strength, every weakness, every tactical detail, every possible financial scenario, nothing was left to chance. For several days, the project remained hidden. Supporters continued discussing attacking signings. Television debates focused on forwards and midfielders. Meanwhile, Barcelona quietly concentrated on strengthening the foundation of the team. Inside the sporting offices, one meeting followed another. Large tactical screens displayed clips of Laporte organizing defensive lines, intercepting dangerous attacks, and calmly beginning attacks with accurate passes. One analyst addressed the room. His experience could accelerate the development of our younger defenders. Another added, Leadership cannot always be measured by statistics. The sporting director nodded. Exactly. What we are searching for is influence. That single word echoed throughout the room. Influence. The ability to make teammates better. The ability to remain calm during pressure. The ability to inspire confidence. Those qualities became the center of Barcelona's discussions. Several days later, another confidential meeting took place. Only a small number of senior officials attended. The doors remained closed. Mobile phones stayed outside. Documents were distributed around the table. The sporting director looked at everyone before speaking quietly. If we move forward, everything must remain completely confidential. Every official agreed. The club understood that transfer speculation could complicate any negotiations. Patience would become their greatest weapon. That same evening, one trusted intermediary was discreetly contacted. No official offers, no public comments, only an initial conversation to understand whether discussions might even be possible. The objective was simple: discover whether Laporte would be interested in becoming part of Barcelona's long-term sporting project. The intermediary listened carefully. No promises were made. No agreements were reached, but the conversation remained respectful and positive. Inside Barcelona's offices, optimism slowly began to grow. Each passing day strengthened the belief that the project could become something special. Hansi Flick continued preparing tactical ideas. Training staff imagined how an experienced defender might guide the younger players during difficult matches. Analysts developed new defensive systems. Everything remained hypothetical. Nothing had been decided. Yet hope quietly spread through the club. The sporting director stood alone one evening, overlooking the empty pitch. The stadium lights reflected across the famous grass. He imagined Barcelona competing once again against Europe's strongest clubs. He imagined young talents learning from experienced leaders. He imagined the supporters celebrating unforgettable nights. Turning away from the pitch, he whispered softly, "Every great team begins with a great defense." Behind him, Camp Nou stood silent. But inside its walls, a fictional operation had already begun. And although the football world knew nothing about it, Barcelona's dream of strengthening its defence had quietly taken its very first step. Aymeric Laporte and Pau Cubarsí build Barcelona's new defence, a fictional football story inspired by transfer rumours. The news remained hidden from the public. No official announcement had been made. No photographs had leaked. No interviews had been given. Yet inside Barcelona's training complex, excitement continued to grow. The club's technical staff imagined what the future could look like if Aymeric Laporte joined the project. Every tactical meeting revolved around one question: what would Barcelona's defence become with Aymeric Laporte alongside Pau Cubarsí? One morning, Hansi Flick entered the tactical room carrying a marker. He stood before a giant digital board displaying Barcelona's starting 11. Without saying a word, he placed one name in the centre of defence: Pau Cubarsí. A few seconds later, he added another name beside it: Aymeric Laporte. The room fell silent. Flick looked at his coaching staff and smiled. "If these two understand each other," he said, "Barcelona won't just defend, they'll control matches from the back." The analyst nodded. Laporte would bring years of experience, composure under pressure, and leadership in the biggest games. Cubarsí would bring youthful confidence, intelligence, and the courage to play progressive football. Experience and youth. Calmness and fearlessness. Two different generations with one objective. The coaching staff began imagining training sessions where Laporte constantly communicated with Cubarsí, helping him read dangerous situations before they developed. Watch the striker's movement. Stay compact. Don't rush. Keep the line together. Every instruction would help the young defender grow into one of Europe's finest centre-backs. Soon, the partnership earned a fictional nickname inside the club: the Wall of Catalonia. Training matches became increasingly difficult for Barcelona's attackers. Lamine Yamal tried to dribble past Cubarsí. Laporte calmly anticipated the move and intercepted. Karim Adeyemi burst forward with explosive pace. Cubarsí matched the run while Laporte covered the space behind him. Every attack was met with discipline, communication, and perfect positioning. Assistant coaches exchanged impressed looks. This is exactly the balance we wanted. The tactical improvements spread across the entire team. The fullbacks pushed higher because they trusted the centre-backs. The midfield pressed more aggressively, knowing the defence was organised behind them. The goalkeeper played with greater confidence because Laporte constantly organised the defensive line. Barcelona no longer looked vulnerable. They looked united. In one fictional Champions League night, Barcelona faced relentless pressure from a powerful opponent. Crosses flew into the penalty area. Fast counterattacks tested the defence. Every supporter held their breath. Then Laporte stepped forward to win a crucial aerial duel. The ball dropped toward Cubarsí, who calmly controlled it instead of clearing it aimlessly. He passed to Pedri. Pedri found Frenkie de Jong. Within seconds, Barcelona had transformed defence into attack.